What's going on, fans and viewers? It's TheAireaidLord. Today is November 18th, 2012, and I am excited for the coming week because it's a week dedicated to you guys. A fan-filled week, including fan mail and fan appreciation alike. And I will be explaining all of those details later on in the video. There is also details in the description of this video. So, just stuff to keep in mind. Basically, things have been getting kind of weird on the channel. I always make these updates, and then some crazy stuff happens in the week, then I make the update, and more crazy stuff happens. Basically, last week, as most people know, I said it in my gaming update the last week as well, I was in a contest for Machinima to upload the most Need for Speed Most Wanted videos. Most people know about this because they probably saw the 497 freaking videos I uploaded for that game. Basically, I'm not going to go into it. You know, I was going to make a rant video explaining why Machinima did this, and that for the competition, but I'm not. Basically, long story short, I quit out of the competition last minute on Friday. People had way more videos than me. The rules were not clear at all. It wasn't clear whether the videos had to have commentary, when they should have been uploaded. I submitted 497 videos. I hope that's good enough. I just kind of raged from the competition and focused on Black Ops 2 because that's the game I wanted to focus on. It didn't make sense to focus on a dumb racing game that's not that good anyway. So, I'm done. I will promise you guys this, that you will never, ever, ever, ever in infinity years, even if I'm in a freaking cave with an Xbox and a controller and a freaking game that's Need for Speed, I will never play it, ever. I don't care. If it's the last game on the face of the planet, I will not play Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 ever on the channel again. And I don't even care because most people, if you saw my footage, you'll know that I only have one more racer to beat. I actually have one more Need for Speed racer to beat until I beat the campaign of the game. But I don't care. I honestly don't. I'm done promoting this stupid game. I'm actually considering deleting all the Need for Speed videos because all they're doing is clogging up my freaking videos feed right now. I actually had them unlisted when I was uploading them, so people didn't see them and get mad, but there's just an abnormal number of videos on my page, and I need to get rid of them because they don't represent the true number of videos I actually have. So I'm thinking of taking them down. There's no point having them up because it's stupid. I promoted a game that Machinima just hoard out to for the money, because basically I can tell you how this competition went. EA and Criterion Games, who published and developed Need for Speed Most Wanted, basically went to Machinima and said, oh my gosh, our game is not making enough money, and we released it the same day as Assassin's Creed, and look at all these big AAA titles coming out. There's no way we'll be able to compete with these titles. We need some way to promote our game and put it out there for people to see. So, what does Machinima do? Seeing the dollar signs that EA and Criterion are offering them, they go nuts, doing all these dumb promotions, giving the game early to their partner so that they can promote the game, and then as soon as this contest goes live, they basically make it so people have to upload the most videos of this game. Like, it was just silly. A contest for someone who could upload the most of a game. Like, honestly, the clips only had to be 60 seconds long. Like, how can that be fair for people to only upload 60-second clips? Like, first of all, how does that promote the game? Like, if people aren't doing anything in the video, just driving around for a couple of seconds and they stop the video, that's not promoting the game. That's just being retarded. It's not promoting anything. So, I disagree with the competition. I don't know why Machinima put it on. If they were going to have a competition for $5,000, they really should have made it fairer, or at least limited the playing field to subscribers in a certain range. Like, I don't understand why this competition had to be so unbelievably unfair and just not right. I don't agree with the philosophy of it. So that's it. I'm done with this whole Need for Speed nonsense. I should have taken the advice of some people who quit out early when they started seeing the rules getting changed. I really should have taken their advice, but I didn't. I wanted to get the money so I could help the channel. I wanted to buy equipment for the channel, and I was really looking forward to doing that, so I just kept going with the videos, and I didn't realize that Machinima was screwing me over in the end. So it's kind of unfortunate because I admire Machinima, a company that I've been with for almost a year now, and now, I kind of have these horrible feelings about them because of their unwillingness to respond to many of my emails I had, questions that they didn't answer that I needed answered, and then, other legitimate things that I had going on with this tournament that they just, they weren't explaining directions. It was just an unbelievable mess, and I just can't explain to you how frustrated I was with the whole process. So, I'm done. Again, as I said, you will never see a Need for Speed video on my channel again. That's it, okay? So, other than playing Need for Speed and wasting my time uploading and doing all that stuff, I also play Black Ops 2. On Wednesday and Thursday, I did the Zombie Transit and Griefing mode with 3 of my friends. Even though, that's the thing, even though I was playing Need for Speed, I was still able to fit that in. I didn't want to miss it. I had been planning this co-op session for almost a year now with them, and I wasn't going to let some stupid contest ruin that. So I ended up playing Black Ops Wednesday, Thursday for Zombies, and then when I quit out of the competition on Friday, I started playing the campaign, and I actually beat the campaign yesterday. So thus far, I've beaten the multiplayer. Thus far, I've beaten the campaign and the zombies. I've actually had footage of it. I'm going to put that in a playlist so people can see it. But now this basically means that all I have to do is the multiplayer before I've done everything in Black Ops 2. And I'm going to explain how I'm going to get to that multiplayer pretty much right now, because it has to do with the coming week and all of the fan-related stuff that I'm going to be talking about. So, this week, this Thursday is Thanksgiving, okay? Because this week, it's a major holiday in the United States. Families get together, they have turkey and lots of good foods. It's a time of being thankful for the things you have in your life. I would like to be thankful for the things I have on YouTube, being my subscribers and my fans who view my content and have been watching it all throughout 2012. I know different people have come and gone here and there. I'm not sure how many people have stuck with my channel since its opening in late 2010, early 2011, but I have put, a lot of effort into the channel, and I think people really admire me for the effort that I put into it, and how I'm sticking with it and not giving up, even though people, will say bad things about me, things that are untrue, and try to throw me to the curb and kick me in the face and harass me. I still get up, I still put these videos up, and I still try to entertain you guys the best way possible, and try to have fun at the same time. So, to be thankful for all of that, for all of the things that my fans have done for me, I am going to be doing a Thanksgiving week where I basically do things to give back to the fans. So the first one, on Thursday, Thanksgiving, I am holding my 10th fan mail episode 10. I didn't get to do it a month ago during Halloween because Hurricane Sandy and Assassin's Creed 3 kind of screwed up my schedule, and I didn't get to do the Halloween-related content that I wanted to do. So, Fan Mail Episode 10 is going to be a unique one because not only am I accepting questions on the 360, but I'm also accepting questions on the PS3. This is the first fan mail. This is the first dual fan mail. Basically, you can send questions on either console, and I will be flipping between both consoles throughout the video and answering questions on both consoles. So if you were like, oh, darn, he's not going to answer my question because I only have a PS3, or darn, I only have an Xbox 360, don't worry, I'm answering questions on both consoles, so you don't have to worry. So if you have any questions regarding anything, it could be a great question, dumb question, stupid question. If it's stupid, I'll find some funny way to answer it. But basically, I'm looking for you guys to ask me questions. It could be Thanksgiving related to keep with the holiday theme. Anything you want. So send them to my name, as you can see in the upper right hand corner. It is TheAireaidLord. It's spelled the same way as it is on YouTube. I'll put in the description of this video that I'm accepting questions at this very moment, and once I accept them from basically Sunday up through Thursday, I will gather all the questions I've received and do Fan Mail Episode 10, okay, for Thanksgiving. The next thing that I can promise you that I will be doing for Thanksgiving, which is something all my fans have been asking me throughout the year, when am I going to do fan appreciation? They want to play all these big games with me, Halo 4, Black Ops, and the others. So, at last, I'm putting your words into action, and I am doing fan mail. No, not fan mail. Fan appreciation. Wow, that was dumb. That was all that build-up for nothing. Fan appreciation, which I call Triple F. Triple F stands for Fans, Friends, and Footage. 3F, Triple F, get it? So that's what it is. That's my fan appreciation series. And the largest thing I think I did last year, I actually had a celebration for my birthday and for my 1,000 subscriber milestone. all my fans joined together on the Xbox 360 and played Modern Warfare 3. This year, we're going to gather together and play a whole bunch of different games. Okay, I'm going to go all out on this one. So, please listen, because I'm going to be putting the description of all these times in the videos. If you want to play these big games with me, I'm going to be giving you the times right now. So, and they'll also be in the description of the video, okay? Basically, on Friday, probably 12 to 1 o'clock, like, 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock is when I'm going to be starting, around that time. Eastern Standard, so if you live in Europe, that's 5 hours ahead. If you live on the west coast of the United States or the central of the United States, that's an hour to 3 hours behind. I am going to be playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Friday at 12 Eastern Standard Time, okay? If you are interested in playing with me on the Xbox 360, all you have to do is send me a message and I will invite you to the game at that time, okay? Basically just send a message saying, hey, I would like to play. I will basically invite you to the game and then we can all play and have fun together, okay? I will be making custom lobbies and we can play any of the modes that are offered, Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, all the modes that go with Black Ops, okay? Later that day, I will be doing another set for Assassin's Creed 3, okay? So if you didn't get, maybe if if your time zones didn't permit you to play with me for Black Ops, you can still join me for Assassin's Creed 3. At, I believe I'm going to be playing it around like 6, 7 Eastern Standard Time. So it's a different time zone for people who might be up later. I will be playing Assassin's Creed 3. I believe the lobbies for Assassin's Creed 3 only allow you to have like 4 people or something. So unfortunately, I'll only be able to invite like 3 fans to play. But that's still good. So, I am going to be holding Assassin's Creed 3 Fan Appreciation on Friday as well at 7 Eastern Standard Time. Again, the same as Black Ops. If you're interested in playing with me, send a message to my Xbox 360 name, TheAireaidLord, and I will invite you to the game. Now, again, I apologize for not being able to do this on PS3. PS3 is kind of difficult because there's no party system. It's very hard to invite people unless you're on their friends list. It's a big mess. And as you know, I buy the majority of my games on the 360 unless it's a PlayStation exclusive. So unfortunately, I will not be doing any sort of appreciation on the PS3. The only thing you'll be getting for the PS3 is the fan mail where I'll be answering questions on the PS3 in addition to the 360. So I do deeply apologize. I know a lot of my fans own a PS3 only and they don't have the luxury of owning 2 systems. It's a shame. I understand that. It's hard for me to spend $120 on one game, one for one console, one for the other. It's just not easy. And I'd rather focus my loadout for one console instead of switching between them. So that's why I'm doing that. It's unfortunate, but if you have a 360, I guess you're in luck because that's the console I'll be doing all the fan appreciation on. Okay? And then on Saturday, I am doing yet another fan appreciation session. Okay? I am doing Halo 4 on Saturday, okay? Now, excuse me for a moment because I am actually inviting a friend to play Halo 4 with me on Saturday, and he, let's see, I did receive a message, here he is, my friend Nick. And he said he was interested in playing Halo 4 with me. And he said he would be willing to play Halo 4 with me at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, okay? So, this is a Saturday, so I will be playing Halo 4 Fan Appreciation Saturday at 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. And I think that's a good time because it's not too late for people who live in Europe, and it's not too early for people who live on the West Coast, and it's right in the middle for me. So it's a good time that works for everyone, okay? So, that basically means that I'm going to be holding 3 fan appreciation sessions. 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, okay? To reiterate, the first is on Friday. Black Ops 2, Xbox 360, 12 or 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Send me a message if you're interested. Later that day, at around 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time, Assassin's Creed 3. Send me a message if you're interested. The next day, Saturday, 2 around 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time, Halo 4. Okay, it's only for one console, so I don't feel bad about that. Halo 4 fan appreciation. I will be playing with a special guest, Nick, who I used to play Halo 3 competitively with. He will be a guest playing with us, and he's going to maybe talk about some of the things that we used to do in the competitive Halo days. It's hard because his schedule is really, he has a job and he's been working, hasn't had time to play video games. So, he's probably going to be rusty on his skills, but it's still going to be great to play with him again with my fans. So, that is the schedule for fan appreciation for this week, okay? If you're interested, I would appreciate you sending me messages, maybe even on YouTube, just letting me know that you are interested so that when you send your messages, I can get them, okay? So that's basically Thanksgiving. I'm doing a fan mail where you can send questions in on Thursday, and then I'm doing 3 fan appreciation sessions between Friday and Saturday. It's going to be awesome. It's really going to be awesome. And I honestly can't wait to be doing it with you guys, okay? Now, there are new games coming out this week, okay? 2 new games, Hitman Absolution and PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, okay? The PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale is basically like a Super Smash Bros. Melee game, except it's with PlayStation characters, okay? It seems like an interesting game. I saw it near Comic-Con, played it a little bit. It seems almost exactly like Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Melee. Not much change, has really changed, except for different abilities that are tuned to the characters. Basically, I'm not really sure if I'm going to be buying both games, okay? Not quite sure, okay? I have to basically choose between which games I want to buy. Do I want to buy Hitman Absolution? Or do I want to purchase, purchase what? What was I just going to say? Hitman PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, that's right, duh. So I have a choice, basically, between Hitman Absolution and PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. So, which game, between those two, would you like me to see me play the most, okay? Now, I'm going to go over some pros and cons between them right now. For Hitman Absolution, I've never played a game in the series, yet it does look like a kind of cool, almost like a Human Revolution stalking game, where there's a little bit of Assassin's Creed thrown in there where you're hunting a target. Again, I've never played an entry in the series, and if the game is kind of frustrating for me, then I might get angry. Also, I've heard that the game is really short, like only 5 hours, so I'm not quite sure why I'd pay $60 for a game that short. PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, I'm not sure if the game will get repetitive. I don't know if it will have a story mode, but I'd still be interested in trying it because I actually really liked Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Melee. I actually did some Super Smash Bros. Melee footage over the summer, and people really seemed to enjoy that. So I think that's a positive, a plus for this footage. Also, I'm actually thinking of doing fan appreciation for PlayStation All-Star Battle Royales on Tuesday. This can basically make up for any PS3 owners who are kind of mad at me for not doing Black Ops and these other games on the PS3. If you are buying PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale Tuesday, I might consider doing some fan appreciation Tuesday, Wednesday, okay? So, I don't know when I'm playing it, though. Probably in the afternoon, like 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time each day. So, here's what I have to say about it, though. If you're interested in playing it with me, Tuesday, Wednesday, I would suggest playing it during those times and looking for my name, TheAireaidLord. Again, I have no way of inviting people. The PlayStation Online service sucks, and it's really hard to invite or even talk to people through the Bluetooth headset. So I can't assure you that I would be doing any sort of communication. I will be doing online matches, so if you happen to jump into the same room as me, then we can play together. But, I'm not quite sure at this point how it works. So, again, if you would like to play PlayStation All-Star Battle Royales with me, you can just send me a message either on YouTube or my PlayStation Network name. So I'm hoping that that will make up for the fan appreciation. The large amount of it I'm doing on the 360, I hope that kind of makes up for it, okay? So, that's basically what I'm thinking of doing, alright? I have a choice between Hitman Absolution and the PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale games. I think I'm probably going to lean towards PlayStation All-Star Battle Royales, unfortunately, just because of the circumstances surrounding it. I might ask the guy at the counter if Hitman's worth it. If it's, I don't know. I don't really feel like spending another large sum of money on a game that I might not like. It's kind of funny because when I was at New York Comic Con, I took footage of that game, and it had the most views out of all of the footage that I took at Comic Con. It has like 2,000 plus views on it, which is insane. There's always like one video when I go to these conventions, there's always one video that's the rare jewel that people really like. I remember at New York Comic Con 2011, it was Prototype 2, which got like 5,000 plus views. Now it's Hitman, which is getting a lot of attention. So, I'm not sure. Again, it'll make my decision easier if you guys can tell me in the comments of this video what you want to see. I pretty much outlined my whole fan appreciation plans. I'm going to do that as well in the description of the video. So if you have anything to say about that as well, you can tell me, okay? Okay, is there anything I'm missing? Oh, one last thing I guess before I stop the video. Some people have been asking me if I'm going to get the Wii U gaming console. It actually came out today in the United States, and some people have been asking me if I'm going to purchase it at some point. I actually answered this question in one of my fan mails. I think it was episode 8 for September. And I basically went on a big rant saying that the system was horrible. But basically, here's the thing. The Wii U gaming console, in my opinion, is a catch-up system, okay? Nintendo is basically trying to catch up to the point at which Xbox and PlayStation are. Basically offering the best online experience with the greatest games that are marketing towards this hardcore audience, okay? They're making more money. Nintendo is losing more money. Nintendo wants to make more by trying to steal some of the audience that the Xbox and PlayStation has. And now that the Xbox and the PlayStation both have the what is it? The Kinect, the motion controls, and I forget what the one for the PlayStation is. The PlayStation something, but anyway, now that they have these flitsy, flopsy freaking motion controls, they're pretty much on the same, there's nothing that the Wii offers that the Xbox and PS3 don't have. So Nintendo really has to catch up. I'm going to say firsthand that I owned a Wii for a couple of years. There were no games I was interested in playing on it, except Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and then once I was done playing Brawl for a couple of months, I was bored out of my mind with the freaking system and stopped playing it. So, unfortunate because Nintendo had a good run with the GameCube, and then they just kind of burnt out with the freaking Wii trying to go with the freaking motion control nonsense, and that basically threw them in the shitter. Yeah, they made a lot of money initially, and they beat out Sony and Microsoft because so many freaking parents bought the Wii, and all their kids played was Mario and the Wii bowling and shit. But after that, there was no replay value for those units. There were no games that people wanted to play on them. Why would you play Call of Duty on the Wii when you can play it more fluently on a system like the PlayStation 3 or Xbox? So, with the Wii U, I saw it at New York Comic Con 2012. I actually used the giant gamepad and the optional controller. Let me just say, the optional controller looks exactly like this controller right here. It looks exactly like the Xbox 360 controller. The only difference is that the thumbstick is right here, and that all these things right here are in this area. That's the only difference between the Wii U controller, not the gamepad, the controller, and the Xbox 360 controller. It's dumb. I don't understand why Microsoft isn't flipping out right now because, I know for a fact that Microsoft hates it when people steal their shit. If I was Microsoft, I'd be filing lawsuits against Nintendo for stealing the controller design for their unit. Now, again, with the gamepad, when I tried it at New York Comic Con, it was a lot. It was a lot of switching between the game and the screen, and the game and the screen, and the screen, and the game, and the game, screen, the game, blah, 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 blah. And basically, I was nauseous by the time I was done playing one of the games, and I was like, I can't fucking take it anymore. How am I supposed to play a video game like this? So, it just seems too complicated. When gaming, here's something for you if you're thinking of purchasing the Wii U, okay? I'm not saying not to get it, but when gaming gets to the point where it's no longer fun, when it's complicated, when it requires so much effort for things just to be set up in this perfect way so that they work for only a couple of seconds of intermittent joy, when it gets to that point, I really think it's time to step back and say, you know what, this really isn't for me. I'd rather be happy with what I'm doing with my gaming. I'd rather not get frustrated because certain features don't work. I'd rather not buy a console that has no games on it that I want to purchase. I can't think of one purchase I'd want to make with the Wii U. I know there's the Zombie U and the freaking Mario and Zelda things that are coming out, but I've never been a fan of Mario or Zelda, never been a fan of the GameCube kind of Nintendo characters, and honestly, Zombie U and these mature games that they're trying to release to market to the hardcore gamer, they just kind of seem silly. They seem hard to use. I'm talking from experience because I played these games at Comic-Con. It may have only been for a couple of minutes, but I got enough of a feel of the games to understand what they're trying to do with the motions of the Wii U. It just doesn't seem natural to me. It just seems like too much work. It was making me nauseous trying to look between my gamepad and the freaking screen, trying to hold it up like I'm racing or something. It just seems stupid. So, good luck if you're buying the Wii U. It costs like $350 or something, I think, at GameStop. But I have no plans of buying it. I have no plans of buying it for Thanksgiving, Black Friday, or Christmas. I have no plans of buying the Wii U console. If you want to see footage of the Wii U, my friend DSP just got his Wii U and is actually making a whole bunch of footage of it. So if you're interested in seeing any Wii U footage, I would suggest going to his channel right now because I know he's doing co-op with his friends, and they're going to be trying to test the Wii U out and seeing if it's actually worth the purchase. Okay? I'm not going to be buying it, so you won't see that footage from me this week. You will see the fan appreciation stuff, and you will see some PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, or Hitman Absolution, depending which game I choose. I'm not going to get both games. $120 for those games. I don't know if the purchases are going to be warranted, so I have to make a decision between the two. So, alright, that was a long update, 26 minutes. I know people don't like it when these videos go long. I'm the AllStars. Thanks for watching. I hope you tune in for the fan appreciation stuff this week. It's going to be fun. Remember, all of these descriptions of this video will have details about the fan appreciation and basically outlining what I'm going to do for it. And again, I hope you join me for it. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And that's all I can say. Peace out.